If you are early in the morning and watch the sunrise on the lake, even if nothing's in your bucket, the beer scenery will fill the space. When the bar goes down for tugging, this thrill compares to nothing. Yeah, this that life for loving, cause you're dealing with some fishermen. We got some nice one on, ladies and gentlemen. Out here again, look at dead shrimp, ladies and gentlemen, Pro-Fessor Slabz. Yeah, we got us some nice fish on right now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. Some nice fish. Feels like a redfish. I think that's exactly what it is. Oh yeah, it's a nice fish. It's a nice fish. It's a nice fish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Welcome to this episode of Slablyfe Fishing, ladies and gentlemen. This is a black drum right here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all give me a second. Let me bring my pole around. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got a nice black drum right here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in, Pro-Fessor Slabz here, and you just tuned in to an episode of Slablyfe Fishing. We out here again with the dead shrimp. We out here on the oyster bed, low tide, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to bring you guys along and try to get some of these June black drum. And I got one on before the camera got started, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go right here. Yes, sir, buddy. So what I want you guys to do is stay tuned and get ready for a good old episode, ladies and gentlemen, of random fishing. Black drum is what we're looking for, but always anything is welcome. So I want you guys to stay tuned. I'm finna get ready to take some pictures, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna measure this fish and see what we got here, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Slablyfe, baby. Yes, sir, buddy. It's a lifestyle. Y'all stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, we're measuring our first black drum here. And as you can see, she is 30 inches. And you can keep these from 14 to 24 inches, only one over 24, okay? So this fish right here is 30 inches. And I think I'm going to keep this one, okay? So you guys stay tuned and get ready for some more fishing with Pro-Fessor Slabz. Yes, sir, Slablyfe, baby. Be right back with y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was only able to catch one drum, but luckily he was a keeping size drum. So you know what we're gonna do with that, right, ladies and gentlemen? Catch and cook right here, 101, black drum. And I'm thinking we're gonna blacken it like the RedFish, like his brother, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna give a taste test and see if the blackened black drum is just as good as the blackened red drum, AKA the RedFish. So ladies and gentlemen, always remember, if you have to ask, you are not living. And if you're not living, you're not fishing. Slablyfe, baby. It's a lifestyle that will present and bring a lifetime of memories. And you can take that to the bank where I'm currently at, ladies and gentlemen. And you can hear all the creatures of the night right now in the background. Slablyfe, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pro-Fessor Slabz here. We have made it to the home base. I am at my house, ladies and gentlemen. Last night we did a drum catching video. Well, I tried to anyway, ladies and gentlemen. I was unsuccessful at shooting a video. I usually like to put 7 or more fish before I qualify it as a full video for you guys. Unfortunately, I was only able to catch one black drum last night. okay? And it was within the keeping size. They are able to be kept from the lengths of 14 inches to 24 inches. 14 to 24 inches, and you're only allowed to keep one over 24. And I have one, and she measured out to 30 inches, okay? So what's the best thing to do if you only have one fish, ladies and gentlemen? Cook it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a catch and cook, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do my black drum. Now, what I'm gonna do today is special because the black drum is related to a very, very highly loved fish here in Florida. What fish am I talking about? The redfish, ladies and gentlemen. That's particularly a nickname for him. His actual name is Red Drum. And what I have is the black drum, okay? They are brothers, if you want to say, cousins. So what I'm gonna do is cook him in a very famous recipe that the redfish is known for. What am I talking about? Blackened redfish, ladies and gentlemen. When you catch redfish, 9 times out of 10, you're either gonna deep fry it, but in a restaurant, they're gonna blacken it for you, and it's absolutely delicious. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna fillet this black drum, and I'm gonna go in the house and I'm gonna blacken it, and I'm gonna compare it. I'm gonna see if the black drum can taste just as good as his cousin, or if not better, or if not good at all, okay? And I'm gonna let you guys know my honest opinion. So what I want you guys to do is stay tuned and get ready for this catch and cook, okay? Well, I'm gonna show you guys the fish I have. The specimen. Had her in ice all night. This is the specimen we're going to be filleting today, ladies and gentlemen. A beauty. This is a black drum. Okay? So, I'm going to get ready to get started and fillet. I want you guys to stay tuned, and I'll be right back with you guys. Slablyfe, baby, and let's get it done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to fillet a fish, all you're required to have is a fillet knife, and make sure it's sharp. Sharpen it, okay? I got 2 fillet knives. This is my skinny baby here. This is the one I like to slide in the meat with, okay? And have you a starter one. This knife right here is to start my fish to penetrate, and I can take my fillet knife and just slide the meat, okay? That's all you need. And for your fillets, I have here a clean bowl of water with ice in it. I like to chill. I like to take my fillets and put them straight into a shock chill right off the rip. As soon as I get them off the fish, right into ice water, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys stay tuned, and I'll be right back with you. Slablyfe, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start right here at our spine. And I'm going to penetrate. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Not all the way, just follow that spine. Just like that, ladies. See that? Just like that. Follow that spine with a nice little incision. I don't go too far. Just like that. Now, there's a million ways to fillet a fish, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys do it is fine. This is how I do it. So, you can feel free to fillet your fish however you are taught to do so. Now, we got it started, ladies and gentlemen. I can slide my thumb right there. So now, what I want to do is get my fillet knife here. Make sure it's good and sharp, ladies and gentlemen. We sharpened it already, okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my fillet knife, and I'm simply just going to slide the knife right down the spine. Honey, if you want to come on this side, I want to show you. You just take your knife and you're sliding, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. You see that, how that meat's coming right off that? Just like that, all the way down. Slide. You don't cut with this. You slide, ladies and gentlemen. Slide. Just like that. Slide. See how she's coming up out her suit? Slide. Stay right on top of that bone. Then I get my skinnier one. Slide. Slide. Now, I can penetrate all the way through like that right there because I know I'm on top of the bone and I got my meat, right, ladies and gentlemen? And I take this knife here and I just go all the way down the grain, just like this, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. You see that? See that, ladies and gentlemen? See meat. So now I take this knife and I go up the opposite. Same. Go up the opposite. You're going over that stomach cavity right now. Okay? Now, I'm gonna take my penetrating knife, I'm gonna go up under this fin right here, and I'm gonna cut across. Drum have thick scales, ladies and gentlemen. Go across just like that. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Just like that. Make sure the slit going all the way down, so we can just take this fillet right off. Now, get your fillet knife, go back in there, continue going up. Like that. Now, we ready to split, ladies and gentlemen. I just take my little penetrating knife and I just cut all that cartilage around that head back. Okay? That's all I'm doing. Cutting that cartilage back just like that. Cut it down. See how she's already almost off. She's hanging just on that cartilage right here. Give me a second. And just like that. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. When you're filleting, you're not dealing with guts and all the other things you have to deal with when you're cleaning fish traditionally, like scaling and all that type of stuff. Okay, as you guys can see, that's one side fillet, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, that meat right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the water hose, wash the meat. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Just like that. Now, what I'm gonna do is turn it over. I'm gonna put my thumb right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get my other knife and I'm gonna slide this meat right off that skin, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be boneless and skinless. Just like that. Slide that knife right on that meat, ladies and gentlemen. This you don't want over here. This is stomach cavity right here. That's where your bones are at. So I'll just take that and I slice across just like that, so it doesn't even get caught up. Okay? Now, take my fillet, flip it up, continue going down that skin, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Now I got my cavity off, so now I'm just simply going under it and taking that fillet off just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Stomach cavity and bones still on the skin. See that? Okay. Sit the skin to the side. Take your little trimmings off that you don't want. Detail it, make it look beautiful. Keep you some water running. We're gonna get this fillet and we're gonna rinse it. Okay? I'm gonna rinse it both sides. Look at that beautiful meat, ladies and gentlemen. That is gorgeous. Now, what I like to do is make sure I didn't miss anything. I like to feel for bones. I see I got one little one right there. I'm not perfect, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not perfect. I trim that off just like that. Okay. Some people like to trim some of this red meat off. I tend to trim it just a little bit. Not much. But that's for a whole nother video. But I'm showing you guys you are able to trim some of that bloodline off that meat. Okay? Just like that. Knife has to be sharp when you're trimming them, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim that little bit of blood meat off the fillet. So all I'm doing, sliding very thinly on top of that meat. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all to it. Okay. Now, get that little bit right there, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all bear with me. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just glide right on top of that meat and take it right out. Okay? Just like that. See that red meat right there? You can trim that off if you want to. Okay, that looks pretty much good to me. Probably take a little bit off on the tail right here. Okay? If you don't want to take it all off, that gives some of the flavor to the fish too. Everybody has their own opinions. Okay? Trim that up like that. Flip her over. Make sure everything's good over here. Get all your little pieces that's hanging and dangling and trim that off. And you're good to go, ladies and gentlemen. That fillet right there. Beautiful black drum fillet. Look how thick it is, ladies and gentlemen. Boneless. And skinless, ladies and gentlemen. That's a beauty right there. So, right into the ice water. We're going to chill it. Okay? Now what we're going to do, we're going to flip her over and we're going to get that same beauty on the opposite side. Follow me. I told you guys in the beginning, take your penetrating knife, start right at the spine, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to take you a while to get in. Drum has very thick scales, whatever you want to call it. Okay? But once you're in, you're in. Okay? Go all the way up, just like that. Take your knife, follow that spine. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you have a sharp knife, ladies and gentlemen. It will make things easier for you. Okay? So what you want to do, just follow that. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Follow that spine. Okay? Take your fillet knife, ladies and gentlemen. Glide right down that meat like I showed you guys. Follow that meat. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's not hard at all. Now, when you see you're halfway through, what I like to do is, like I showed you guys the first time, I take this knife and I penetrate right out of the skin right there, where I know I'm gliding on top of that meat, and I finish it. Glide right on top of that spine, ladies and gentlemen. Just like so, okay? Take the knife back up, go up the opposite way. You want it all, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't letting none of this go bad. We want all this meat. Okay? Just like that. Now, like I showed you guys the first time, we're going to split him right across. Right here. Just like that. Just like that, to the spine. Stop. Gonna take this right here, trim it off that cartilage, just like that. Y'all can hear it pop. That's all I'm doing, just trimming it right off that stomach cavity as much as I can, okay? Y'all hear that? That's me scrubbing on bone right there. Okay? Now we're gonna work it from this side now. Once you break it, it's over with. As y'all can see, it's just hanging on by cartilage, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Flip her this way. Y'all can see in there. Okay, I'm gonna lift this fin up, and all I'm doing is just going on down. Right down on top of that bone. Breaking that cartilage right there, as y'all can see right there. Break it. You don't want that. That's guts and stomach cavity. Take your fillet off, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Okay? This is no more. Okay? That's no more right there. Fillet. See all that meat, ladies and gentlemen? Now, I'm gonna give it a rinse. Rinse some hands, rinse some knives. Let's get some of these scales off my table real fast, ladies and gentlemen. Now, just like I showed you guys before, get that thumb, hold it down. Now, they do sell fillet trays where something like a clipboard and it has a little clip and it would hold that fillet down, that skin for you, and you can just slide it right off. But me, I'm old school, I'm traditional. I want to show you guys the hard way before it's the easy way, okay? So you'll know how to do it, less expensive, okay? So, thumb on, fish skin. Take that knife, simply slide right on top of that skin, ladies and gentlemen. Just like this. Now, like I told you guys, this is all stomach cavity right here. That's where your bones are at. I like to already have that sliced off. Okay? Go right across, just like that. Follow your bones. See how your bones start right here? We're going right across, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. He is no longer attached to our fillet, as you guys can see. I got a crease going right through there. Straight across. Okay? Grab your meat, find out where you're at. Take your fillet knife. Get that off there. Continue. Like so. Just like so, ladies and gentlemen. Simple. Okay. Just like that. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Slide right on top of that skin. Take your time. You don't want to lose your meat. You want every bit of that. See how I just lost a little bit right there? Now y'all seen that one-on-one. See how that meat that's still on the skin right there? That's a waste. You see that? That could have been in the frying pan, but we ain't gonna worry about it because we got majority of it. Don't beat yourselves up, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't perfect. But that is a beautiful fillet. Stomach cavity still there on the skin. As you can see that, that's where all your bones is at. Okay, you see your skin. Meat gone. Beautiful fillet, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Now, what we're gonna do, just like what we did with the first one, we're gonna give her a beautiful rinse. Always give her a rinse. You see all those little pieces right there, you trim all that off. If you want, you know what I mean? Rinse both sides. Now we're gonna flip back on this blood side. Y'all excuse me. And we're going to trim it a little bit. Get some of this leftover little bits of white skin right there that's left on the meat. We're gonna get all that off. Just like that. Trim it up. My wife loves blackened redfish, ladies and gentlemen. That's what birthed the idea for me trying to blacken the black drum. Okay? That's all to it, ladies and gentlemen. Trim it to your liking. To your likings, ladies and gentlemen. The red meat is not poisonous at all, okay? Some people just don't like it. Some people say it adds a bad flavor to the meat. People have their own opinions, okay? So, I do mine pretty much for the sight of things. I like to see a fillet without as much of the red meat on there as much as I can. Okay? So I'm gonna just trim that real good. Trimming a little bit more right here. Careful not to take too much of your meat off. You're just trimming right here, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't slicing it. We're sliding right on top of that fillet, ladies and gentlemen, just like that. Getting a little bit of that out of there. That's all. Just it. And like I said, I don't take all mine off. I just take off a little. Okay? That's it. Just like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have another beautiful fillet. As you guys can see, black drum fillets are done. So what I want you guys to do is stay tuned. I'm gonna go in the house, I'm gonna wash up a little bit, I'm gonna go put this fish up, okay? And I'll meet you guys in my kitchen, and we finna get ready to go cook it up. And we're getting ready to go watch the new. I ain't gonna let y'all know what movie I'm watching. My wife said to. We're going to watch the new Dumbledore movie, ladies and gentlemen. My wife got me. I know I am not a Harry Potter fan like that, but she has got me involved. And the new Dumbledore movie is out, and we're gonna eat us some black drum and eat it. I mean, and watch it. Y'all excuse me. Y'all stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I'll meet you guys in my kitchen. Slablyfe, baby. Professor Slabz back here. We done made it into the kitchen. I done went and washed up. I trimmed up our black drum meat a little bit. Okay? So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys how I cut it to get ready to start blackening it. Right, here goes one of our beautiful fillets right here. Beautiful, beautiful fillet. Okay. So, what I normally do is just cut it simply into 2 steaks. That's it. There's nothing hard about it. I just want to show you guys. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice it right down the middle. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. There was 1 steak, 2 steaks. Nice and beautiful, okay? So I'm gonna take my other fillet and do the exact same thing, ladies and gentlemen. Steak them. Now, while that's still in whole, what I like to do is I take the flat end, make it its own steak, and I take right where it starts to get thick and make its own steak, okay? And I will probably cook those separately because this one will have to cook a couple seconds longer than the thin side, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got our fillets all trimmed, cut, and cleaned. Now it's time to get ready to season them, okay? I've used this brand right here, Blackened Seasoned. This is Old Bay brand, okay? And I've used this brand right here, the Zeterans Blackening, okay? But today, I went out and I found a better one, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see if it's better, okay? It's made by a chef named Paul Pro-Fessor. Hope I'm saying that right. Paul Pro-Fessor, okay? And we're going to try him. He has a blackening seasoning called RedFish Magic. And we're going to give him a try. Okay? You guys can see that. RedFish Magic. Okay? Blackened. Okay? And by him being first cousins to the redfish, why not? Tonight is going to be black drum magic. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to open the top, and I'm going to give it a smell and taste first, ladies and gentlemen. Smells very bold. Let's give it a nice little taste right there. Okay. It's pretty good. Well balanced. Good job, chef. So what you want to do is get your fillets and go over each fillet generously. You want to make sure that blackened seasoning is all over them. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Cover up that fillet. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. What I like to do is I wet my hand a little bit, okay, and I'll pat it. Make sure that blackened seasoning is sticking to that fillet just right. Per fillet, I'm patting with a nice damp hand. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. And as you guys can see the difference, I'll stick it right on there. That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. Let me wet my hands one more time. Give it a spanking. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Make sure that's all in there real good. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip them. I season both sides. Some beautiful fillets. Okay. Same thing we did on the front side. On the back side, put a nice little generous amount. Do not just cut yourself short with this blackening seasoning. You want it all over. You want those flavors kicking in because you're not putting anything else on there, okay? Again, damp your hand. Pat those fillets just like that. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Just like that. Just like that. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Just like that. Kind of like you're rubbing it. Okay, now as you guys can see, both sides are beautifully blackened up. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring them. I'm going to sit these fillets on my cutting board. Let them rest. That's seasoning in there. Just like that. And I'm going to wash out my wife's sink before I get killed. You guys stay tuned. I'll be right back with you guys. Next, we're going to start cooking. Slablyfe, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We got our black drum all cleaned up, trimmed up, blackened up. Yeah. So now comes the fun part, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to cook it, okay? So what I got right here is a cast iron skillet. This is my favorite cast iron skillet right here. This is my baby right here, okay? Olive oil, ladies and gentlemen. Get you some nice olive oil. Get that pan nice and olive oiled up. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Okay? Now, you see I have my heat on right up under high, number 8 on the heat index. When you're blackening fish, you want to make sure that your skillet is piping hot, okay? That's what gives you that beautiful black crust on each side, okay? You follow me? So, what I want you guys to do is stay tuned. 2-3 minutes, let this get hot. And now I'll be right back with you guys and we dropping some fish. My wife got some shrimp and scallop garlic butter getting ready to go down over here. And she has some garlic herb mashed potatoes. And we have asparagus in the oven, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready. So dinner is almost done. We're just waiting on the main ingredient, the main course, if you will, which is that blackened black drum. And it's coming up just to show us my cast iron say I'm hot, daddy. So y'all, stay tuned. Slablyfe, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our cast iron nice and hot over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spread the olive oil around it. Okay? And we're going in with our fish, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go with 2 nice, beautiful pieces of black drum. Oh, that immediately smells amazing, ladies and gentlemen. I am not going to lie to you guys. This is my first time trying the chef, but it smells amazing. Yes, it does. So we're going to let that cook 2 to 3 minutes per side. And we're going to give it a flip, and y'all going to get to see Slablyfe, baby. Y'all stay tuned. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we have let the black drum cook for approximately about 4 minutes on this side. So what we're getting ready to do now is, yes sir, get ready for the initial first flip, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure your pan is non-stick. Okay. Flip her over, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Other one. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that blackening fish. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I wish y'all could smell this. Gentlemen, fish is nice and done. We're getting ready to get on ahead and plate them. Look at that. Beautiful piece of blackened black drum, ladies and gentlemen. There on our plate. Let me get our second one over here. Get it on our plate. And what we have here is garlic shrimp and scallops with the garlic, red potatoes, asparagus, okay, and our main course, the blackened black drum, ladies and gentlemen. Now here goes the best part of the whole ordeal, ladies and gentlemen. The tasting. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our fork right here and we're gonna break our first level. And let's see what we're looking like on the inside. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that beautiful white flaky meat. So let's go in the old hatch. Y'all ready? Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I have to say is, if you have to ask, you are not living. And if you're not living, ladies and gentlemen, you're not fishing. Slablyfe, baby. It's a lifestyle that will present and bring a lifetime of memories. And you can take that to the bank while I caught this drum at. Here goes the official review for the blackened black drum. To me, it was absolutely delicious. Okay? Compared to the red drum, it actually was neck and neck. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I don't want to boost it up. It was not better than the RedFish, and it surely was not worse than the RedFish, okay? Neck and neck. It was so much neck and neck to me to the point that I don't think the average person would be able to tell the difference between a blackened black drum and a blackened red drum. That's my personal opinion. And I have had the initiative to eat both. I've had blackened RedFish and I've had blackened black drum this day. Okay? Absolutely delicious. I would do it again. Matter of fact, I just got done telling my wife that it's a lot of black drums that's going to be blackened for here on out before I think about filleting it and deep frying it again like I used to do traditionally. Okay? The next way I want to try blackened is on the grill, okay? So y'all gonna see that too, coming soon. Blackened black drum on the grill, okay? But it was absolutely delicious, and that's my God heaven truth that I can tell you guys. So if you guys got black drum in your area, give them a try. There is rumor out there that says black drum have worms. It is true that when they get a certain size, they do get worms. That's about my max cutoff, where you guys just witnessed me clean at 30-inch black drum is the max cutoff. And as you guys witnessed, there was no worms in the meat. It was absolutely beautiful. But I have heard and seen black drum that tend to get 35 inches or better, like the real huge ones. It's best to let them go because 9 times out of 10, they have worms in them. And that is the same that goes along with the RedFish. Same thing. The bigger they get, they will have worms in them, okay? So, what I want you guys to do is stay fishing, ladies and gentlemen. Keep those lines and rods wet, ladies and gentlemen. Go out there every day if you can, okay? Love y'all. God bless. Thank you guys for watching my video. And always remember, if you don't remember nothing, remember this. If you have to ask, you are not living. And if you're not living, you're not fishing. Slablyfe, baby, it's a lifestyle that will present and bring a lifetime of memories. And not only memories, tasty things, ladies and gentlemen. Love y'all. Slablyfe, baby. Pro-Fessor, checking out. If you are early in the morning and watch the sunrise on the lake, even if none's in your bucket, the beer scenery will fill the space. When the bar goes down with tugging, this thrill compares to nothing. Yeah, this that life for loving, cause you're dealing with some fishermen.